What'd you do? This is the tractor we use every year to lay off the garden. Was your pa's?
It was my grandfather. Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Well, they bought it. It was a year old. It came from Carthage, Tennessee. Gore Farms bought it and decided they wanted a bigger model, so they traded it in, and my grandfather bought it. It's the first tractor anybody in the family ever had. It was the only tractor we farmed with until 1984. I bought a John Deere. But it's a Super C. It has the 2-point quick hitch. It's been converted to a 12-volt battery. It has been rebuilt once, and my dad and my grandfather and my uncle rebuilt it themselves, and they went and got the wrong color red when they repainted it, so I think it's a Ford red now. But good old tractor. We used it to farm tobacco for years and years and years and years, and then quit with the tobacco, parked it, and sat in a building for 5 years and never touched. And we decided we'd garden with it, and pulled it out of the shed and aired the tires up, pulled it off with a chain in a truck, and it started with 5-year-old gas in it. So it's just a dependable old girl.
And where did you used to ride during tobacco, Pa?
Well, I rode up on the gas tank. I rode right there, straddled it like a horse because my grandfather kept me before I started school, and he had to work, so I had to work with him. I used to sit on the floorboard with my feet on the axle housing every once in a while, and then when I got bigger, I'd stand on the hitch and hold on to the back of the seat. So I've had several. But for the most part, when we'd plow corn or plow tobacco or something, I rode straddle of the gas tank, or I found a dirt pile in the shade and played with my tractors, my toys.
There's the C.
Yeah, it should have a super across the top of it.
It should have, but...
I've got cultivators for both sides. We only ever used the one side because we planted one row of tobacco at a time. I've got turning plow, a disc,
and then
hay mower.
Can you see what that is? Horseshoe, and it's nearly worn too. It's been on there so long. And even I've driven it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, guys. I just thought a little piece of nostalgia. It'll stay in the family.
May restore it by then. Who knows?
Wouldn't sell it for any amount of money, would you? Nope. You see what a pretty job it does on the garden. Lays it off just perfectly, and you can go right behind it and plow anything you need to, as many times as you need to, till it gets too tall. And we've plowed some corn when it was too tall to plow.
Yeah, it'll lay it over on the axle.
What you working on?
Working on a Frontier hay tedder.
What's wrong with it?
That shaft broke in half right there. So we gotta put a new shaft in it. It's a one-piece shaft that goes from here, this joint, to this joint, and it broke in the middle.
Holy smokes.
So,
So that's not gonna be a quick and easy job.
well, it's just complicated. It's not that it's difficult, it's just complicated.
And every baler should have a
Fire
fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher
That works.
that works.